What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to talk about our NIO Q1 predictions and where we think this is going to land for Q1. Honestly, it's not as bad as we thought it was going to be. But before we get into that, we ask you to hit that sub button. It's the best way to support the channel. Also, link in the description for the Patreon if you guys want to hop into our personal Discord. It gets you access to the portfolio that we have. It also gets you access to our April portfolio that we're going to be starting in April, where we allow the Discord members to choose stocks to put into a portfolio. But also, we found out this weekend that we are able to start handing out memberships, or not handing them out, but you guys are able to sign up for YouTube memberships. It's just another way to support the channel if you guys like. It gets you access to these sweet little icon badges that will be in the comment section when you guys comment. So when you first sign up, you'll get this, one bag, and then the longer that you are, in that YouTube membership, it gets you, another bag, and then another bag the longer you're subbed. So we thought that was kind of cool, just another way to kind of support the channel. It's up to you guys if you want to do that, but we just thought we'd let you guys know. That is live now. I think you can hit the button right next to the subscribe button. I think it says join or something like that, and that allows you to join if you'd like. But without further ado, let's give it some razzle dazzle and hop into it. So let's talk about the first things first. Let's correct ourselves. You guys let us know in the comment sections that we were wrong about our last video. We talked about the NIO shutdown and how we thought that maybe they weren't going to shut down. We actually found that article after we already recorded the video, and we let some of you guys know in the comment section. You guys were like, oh, they don't shut down until Monday, and that is correct. They shut down tomorrow. Today and Saturday was actually overtime, so they were putting out, obviously doing overtime on the cars. I'm wondering if that's to help, lessen the impact of the shutdown. So I think we just... Go ahead.
Yeah, like I was saying too before the video, I was just wondering if 2 days of overtime might equal 1 day of being off. So maybe it only really kind of counts for 4 days of shutdown. So we'll just have to see. But
Yep. So we'll wait and see, and if any news comes out about that, we'll pass it your guys' way. But we just wanted to correct ourselves because we're not here to spread that false information. We're here to give you guys the best information that we can. And if we make a mistake, to let us know. Let us know in the comment section if we made a mistake. We will be more than glad to correct it if we're wrong. Just we're all here to help each other out and help each other to make make some money, man. So speaking of money, let's hop over to the whole NIO Q1 results of what we think. This is all a prediction because they have not released March's numbers, and you can kind of get a better estimate. But right now we're going off of what most analysts are saying and what NIO is predicting that they're going to be releasing. So if we go ahead and just look at the chart that we came up with, so we have our January numbers up here for what they delivered in January, what they delivered in February, and then NIO is predicting that they're going to release about 19,500 vehicles for Q1. Somewhere in that range between 19,500 and 20,000 is what their goal is. So if we added these two numbers up from January and February and subtracted those from 19,500, it gets us about just under 6,700 vehicles left over for March. So that's what we're going with for the March deliveries, because they were predicting 19,500. So that's where we think NIO is going to land in March. And then we kind of did this like we did with our last video, where we gave our prediction. We broke each month down by car, how much the car cost, how many they sold, what the car is, and what percentage that is of the total number from the month. And that also gives us the total money, the revenue that they made from just that car. And again, this is all base model numbers. This does not include any higher end trim packages. This does not include any other kind of revenue that NIO can bring in, from any other kind of source. It's just strictly car sales, and that's where we're going to pretty much leave that. So again, for the month of January, they did 7,200 vehicles, a little over 7,200, which, we break it down to the ES8, the ES6, and the EC6. And, obviously we added up all those numbers, and it gave us about $400 million, just for the month of January. February, again, 5,500 vehicles. Again, Chad talked about this in a couple videos ago, the shutdown because of the Chinese New Year, and then February being a shorter month, obviously kind of hurt their numbers.
Yeah, so if you do the math, they actually made more cars per day in February than in January. So the Chinese New Year is at least a week of shutdown. So, there's already less days in February, and then you add, a week less on top of that. That's pretty rough. So yeah, they actually did really good in February. It just doesn't look like it. But you gotta take that all into account.
Right. I agree. But we broke that down here, 5,500 vehicles in February of this year, and that equated to about $314 million, just a little over. And then now we predicted in March just under 6,700 vehicles, and that equated to about $372 million, or just under $373 million, for a grand total of $1.08 billion is what we stock nerds are predicting for quarter one of 2020. And if we kind of compare that to what they did in the previous year, so if we compare that to January of 2020, in 2020 of January, they only delivered 3,838 vehicles. I'm sorry, that's in the first quarter. That's not January, so I'm reading the wrong notes. So in the first quarter of 2020, they delivered only 3,838 vehicles, which gave them a revenue of $177 million. I mean, they're obviously destroying that. Completely destroying that. So from quarter one of 2020 to quarter one of 2022, that's a 514% increase from quarter 2020.
That's pretty good.
That is massive. That is massive. But kind of on the lower end here, obviously because of the shutdown, the slower numbers, and the month of February being shorter, they've only had a 15% increase from quarter four, but that's still an increase.
That's still a 15% increase. That's pretty good, especially with the chip shortage, like you're saying.
Right.
To me, that's pretty good. Just from quarter after quarter, that's 15%. That's pretty good in my eyes.
Right. I 100% agree. 100% agree. And in quarter four of 2020, they delivered 17,353 vehicles, and for quarter one of 2021, they're predicting 19,500. So clearly, there's an increase. Yeah. So that's what we're predicting just for quarter one, and just car sales. This is not including any other kind of revenue, that they may bring in, or losses or anything like that. It's just in car sales. So when they release their quarter one notes, we'll compare that to see how close we were. We compared our numbers from quarter four, and we were practically right on the money for car sales. So
we predicted. Do you have the actual numbers?
I do not have the actual numbers on hand right now.
So I believe for Q4 last year, we estimated it was like 980 some thousand, or million. I forget the exact number. But they ended up doing like 1.01 billion. So that's pretty darn close. But so I mean, we should be pretty close here as well. Like you said, we'll have to wait until they release their Q1 numbers, which should be here in the next week or so, and we'll see what happens. Right.
That's what I'm hoping for. I'm hoping that it's good numbers. And we also see a lot of comments in the section. People are asking why we're so bullish on NIO. Why are we trying to pump NIO up? Like, you got to realize we are not a big channel. We are no Meet Kevin channel. Like, even if we are trying to pump this stock up, it is not going to do anything, especially when there's huge banks and funds, mutual funds, and all these big just hedge fund people buying millions of the stock. I'm sure even two dudes on YouTube are not trying to pump a stock up for their own benefit.
Yeah, even when some fund buys 2 million shares, like it might make the stock go up like 0.01%, and then the next minute after that, it just erases what that just gained. So there's no way we can pump it up. So
we're just very bullish on NIO. We believe in NIO. We tell you guys every time that we believe in the stock. That's why we talk about it. It's what our channel likes. It's what people on our channel want, man. We get comments and questions about NIO all the time, and that's why we bring it to you, because it's what you guys are asking for, and that's what you love.
Even videos where we don't do NIO, people are asking questions about NIO. So
exactly. So that's where we stick it, man. And we really love NIO. We are really bullish. We believe in them. And that's pretty much where we're going to leave it right there. You know, we're not going to go much more into it. So if you guys like this kind of content, let us know down in the comment section below. What do you guys think of these numbers? You guys think it's going to be higher? You think it's going to be lower? You think we're going to be on it? You know, what do you guys think? Let us know down in the comment section below, and hit that sub button. It's the best way to support the channel. We're trying to hit 2,000 subs by the end of March. Only got a couple days left, so that's the best way to do it. I think we're at like 1,850 subs. So hit that sub button. It's the best way to do it. Thank you guys so much for all the support you've given us so far. Again, link in the description for the Patreon if you want to join that. And also that join button right next to the sub button allows you guys to get those cool little or not the emotes, badges. But the little badges that go next to your name in the comment section. If you want them, they're there for you. Again, thank you guys so much for all the support, and we'll see you guys in the next one.